Indika, a young and attractive nun, finds herself at the heart of a complex and controversial story unfolding in an Orthodox monastery in the remote land of Siberia in the 19th century. From the outset, it becomes clear that Indika is not at ease, feeling like a stranger among the old, unfriendly sisters and restlessly searching for her place. An assignment to deliver a letter to a cardinal in the city seems an innocent task, but unbelievable circumstances draw her into intrigue and eventually even murder, forcing her to fight for her life and her beliefs. One of Indika's key traits is her inner musings and struggles with herself. She hears voices in her head that she believes belong to the devil, and every time she is left alone, an internal argument about her actions and intentions begins. These inner conversations, especially the arguments of the supposed devil, reveal the complex nature of her personality and her struggle for peace of mind. An encounter with Elijah, an escaped convict, becomes a turning point for Indika. His strength of faith causes her to question her own beliefs and forces her to reevaluate her attitude toward the world and religion. The story is told in chapters that are interwoven with flashbacks to Indika's past, adding to the mystery of her personality and past life. These flashbacks reveal dark secrets and tragic events that she tries to forget or overcome. However, her story is not only about internal conflict, but also about external challenges. In a world ruled by cruelty and betrayal, Indika is forced to make difficult decisions that will determine her fate and the fate of others. The depth of characters and quality story make Indika not just a game, but an art that immerses the player in a world of emotions and inner struggles. In Indika, players are immersed in a world of inner struggle and faith while controlling a fragile nun. The nun can walk, run, pray, and be baptized, which adds to the authenticity of the game. Despite the lack of action, the gameplay offers a deep and emotional experience where players explore the world, experience different situations, and make difficult decisions alongside the protagonist. All actions in the game have consequences, and players must carefully weigh their decisions, affecting the course of the story and relationships with other characters. Indika's every decision reflects her inner conflict and her quest for spiritual harmony. The style and atmosphere of the game recreates a 19th century atmosphere and provides a deeply immersive experience. From the snowy landscapes of Siberia to the gloomy corridors of the monastery, the game creates an atmosphere of mystery and danger. Indika has the unusual ability to use prayer to change the environment and solve environmental puzzles, making her experience of the game unique and immersive. The puzzles in the game are incredibly interesting and well designed, and can be compared to those presented in 3-in-a-row games. Although the gameplay in Indika is not focused on action, and the main feature of the game is the puzzles, the developers have done a brilliant job in creating them. While Indika doesn't primarily drive vehicles, in one chapter she drives a motorcycle, and this becomes one of the 2 tense chase episodes in the game. These scenes provide an added element of tension and momentum to the game. What makes the gameplay unique is that Indika does not tell the player what to do. There are no indicators or instructions. You have to solve the puzzles on your own. This approach stimulates critical thinking and allows players to find their own solutions. The game also includes a level-up system where players can level up Indika by collecting faith points as they progress through the game. These points can be obtained after completing a chapter or finding a religious location, which serves as an in-game collectible. The pumping system adds depth to the gameplay, although its impact on the gameplay itself may not seem obvious at first glance. Although Indika's graphics may seem monotonous due to the black and white color palette, this design decision helps to convey the atmosphere of depression and hard life in 19th century Russia. However, despite the unique style, the quality of the character models can vary, creating some discontinuity in the visual appeal of the game. Indika, built on the Unreal Engine, has the potential for visual splendor, but some aspects of the game, such as the character designs, may look dated in comparison to other elements. Graphics settings in the PC version of the game are not particularly extensive, but players can customize graphics quality settings and other performance aspects to suit their own preferences. The level designs in Indika are really charming and reminiscent of old 2D games, evoking nostalgia and presenting a contrast to the main style of the game. These levels are a complete contrast to the dark and mystical atmosphere of the main game, fueling interest and creating a new visual experience. The bright and colorful colors of these levels reflect the different stages of Indika's life, adding depth and emotional coloring to her journey. The game's soundtrack is another outstanding aspect of the game. The voicing of the characters, especially the devil, is commendable for its expressiveness and dramatic quality. The voices and environmental sounds create an atmosphere of tension and unpredictability, immersing the player in Indika's world of mystical events and inner musings. The best moments of the soundtrack occurred during encounters with the devil, when the player has to pray to keep his sanity. The sounds of the devil's constant chatter and the silence during Indika's prayer evoke mixed emotions and add depth to the interactions between the characters. The game's soundtrack, while not a standout, features several tracks that will remain in players' memories even after completing the game. Melodies and sound effects accompany game events and emotional moments, emphasizing their significance and creating an atmosphere of mystery and drama. The rest of the sound elements also serve their purpose, enhancing the overall gameplay experience and adding authenticity to the game world. The Indika game has good performance and runs smoothly even on medium PCs, although there are some minor hiccups at the beginning of levels, possibly caused by texture loading. This is not a major issue and does not affect the overall experience of the game. The level pumping system and other game mechanics work smoothly, providing smooth gameplay and keeping the player interested throughout the journey. Indika presents a unique gaming experience that is worth experiencing, despite some oddities in the game mechanics and disagreements on some topics. It leaves a deep impression and makes you think. The combination of an interesting story, engaging gameplay, and evocative sound design makes Indika a remarkable piece of art that should not be missed.